Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr in another round. This time we are going to play a small purge. So, a Dark Elder warband invaded an isolated imperial settlement and the macabre orgy of violence raged for days. However, the lack of resistance made the attackers reckless, distracted by their dark desires. They gave enough time to local astropath to send a last desperate distress call, orders, and the orgy of violence and wreak havoc among the Xenos. Fifth, clear the entire area of hostiles to complete the mission. Exterminate all enemies.
A 100,000 worlds, 100,000 walls. There is no respite. There is nowhere to hide. Across the galaxy, there is only war.
Oh yeah, there is only war. A famous quote. For me, a famous Warhammer 40k quote. That's what I meant. Quote, of course. From the second edition box set. I remember when I was very young, and it was written on the side with a great picture. Absolutely enjoyed the second edition. Although you have to say the game changed a little bit from there to here. If I remember I have not played Rogue Trader at all. I think that you could say is the first edition, isn't it? I have not played it, so I can't say anything there, but in the second edition it was relatively focused on special characters, and they, especially in close combat, were absolutely insane and could bring havoc to many squads. That then changed quickly with the release of the third edition in 1999. That's not 20 years ago. That's insane. I was just 12 years back in the time. Anyhow, I just was thinking about that. That was absolutely great, I think. So Medusa taken out as well. Thank you. And then we have a couple of bad boys still lurking around, which shall not be too hard to deal with. I wonder. No, I guess the containment or the shielding of the Dark Elder warriors there will save them from AoE damage. Otherwise, they would be very stupid, I think. Okay, Medusa. Okay, I switched to multi-melter. I don't wanna put in too many bolt gun shots into her. So put this one away. Reload I'll have to do. So nice that the riddle or that the labyrinth takes us into every room without going into a room and then instantly, after clearing it out, have to go back. That I always think is a tinsy little bit of a waste of time. So always a good thing to kill off those nasty flamers, the trap flamers, off immediately. What I did not do at the beginning, but these guys, they can bring havoc to you, especially once your power rating, not your power rating, but the resilience, so to say, is down. Then that is very cool to have already taken them out. When this bugger falls, oh, the one shot there got through many enemies. That is great. And I am, of course, going to take the supplies with me. The supply drops, nice. Which has increased over the last couple of weeks. The supply drops, so you can use them more freely over the course of the episode. So there's another Medusa. It's a perfect point to reload. Switch then back to the multi-melter. melt away the Chukari warriors. And then the Medusa plus the Chimera. Okay, there were a couple of enemies as well. Not for long. So I'll take the credits, of course, with me. Always much appreciated. So we have cleared out half of the enemies. The next couple of rooms will be, I guess, swarming with enemies, although I don't know
Time to leave this lovely place.
how far we are. What I enjoy what the Inquisitor or Inquisitors very often saying there. I thought that was quite funny with the nerf gas. Let's get out of this lovely place. Enjoyed that immensely. In the beginning, when I started playing this game, purchase were one of the first mission types. When I'm not wrong, maybe even the first mission type available, I don't know. And I was never sure whether summoned in or beamed in enemies are counting on the counter. You have seen that if you have looked on the bar on the right side. Yes, they count, but I could tell you in the beginning there was a time in some missions they did not count, and that was quite funny. Oh, I would have overseen that nasty room here. Okay, Scourge down. Never liked those guys. Always having the uttermost respect. So Chukari warriors down, on we go. There is a little room to the right. Oh, hello. And goodbye, so to say. Okay, we could even fill up our supply, but why should we?
On borrowed time, Chukari, but not for long. The Emperor is upon you, Xenos.
Alright, the shielding was not coming in quickly enough. That was good for us. That was very, very important. And here we can use the multi-melter in good use. What I like, unless the enemy group is getting too big, you can particularly make very good use of the multi-melter, because it is not overheating. Because before you do the next shot, because you have to get a little closer to the next enemy and or have to wait until you or the cooldown of the fire is back, you can steadily but slowly go forth to the enemy, and that is quite cool that you can do that. So this weapon is usable against normal enemies, and that is great. Something I never wanted to do with flaming or heat-based weapons. The only heat-based weapons I can tell you I probably will never use is the bloody flamethrower. And I'm particularly talking about the heavy flamer. I am not even sure whether there is a normal flamer implemented in the game, but the heavy flamer I will never ever going to use, because it just aggravated me. Of course, it is a challenged weapon, but sorry, not challenged, but I of course meant channeled weapon, but it was not very cool. Although I have to say, I think I used it the last time in the alpha version, even before the beta release, so I can't tell you whether that overall changed by now, but fair enough there. So that one is a goner. And those guys in a second as well. Alright, good. That feels very good. Those guys gone as well, and one last room remains. Not too many enemies, I think. Especially...
Perseverance favors the bold. Give them more death.
I guess especially not too many shots will remain, except whereas we have to face a pain engine. Of course, that is a thing I never like to do, but on this power level that should not be too bad. It even has a quite useful bodyguard, and with useful here I of course mean not a unbeatable force. So using that, killing already those two buggers off, and then we face those guys. So Medusas are down. That's nice. That one down, and now I can focus on this bugger here, and you see it is going to fall very quickly. That is the greatest part here. Come on, you are the last enemy and you shall fall quickly.
You serve the Emperor well, Inquisitor.
Oh yes, thank you. And we, for the end of this episode, of course, will go and take a look at the items we have won, so to say, and might be surprised or disappointed. I'd rather would say not the greatest of loot incoming, but why not just take a little look in. So no upgrade, 133 would be great, but no upgrade. No upgrade, no. No. The graph gun would be nice. I would love to use that again, but not so. But that, guys, is then the end of this episode, and you know it. I really thank you for watching. If you guys actually have enjoyed this episode, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.